We have a turnover from this, which
Yes.
you have a little inkling from this, which is we don't do any advertising.
No.
And it is well-known brand now. People who come from abroad, all of them, when they come from holiday, they come here. We had the American ambassador once, a lady ambassador, specially came from Islamabad with her tailor,
Wow.
with her designer, took over, all the security was there, and she was there and getting her dress and getting the patties and all that. So one is
What was her feedback? What did she say to you when she saw
well,
the
she
product?
was very, very excited. She said that we will, how can we help you in America? We would like you to give you whatever you wish if you need some support. I said, we have decided one thing, that we will not take anything from anybody. And we do ask for donation, but from friends. And this, if we get into really big project in which we need, we'll certainly ask you, but not yet. We're not asking anybody.
Can you talk about your products?
Now,
Some of and in particular, I will ask you about some products that you are very passionate about.
yes.
But if you could just talk us through some of the products that are
You
here
see,
available
let
in the
me
shop.
tell you, वो जो हमारे पहले वाली पट्टी है ना, जरा लाओ. What we had when we went to the villages, what वो सब दे दो, वो दूसरा भी है चमकी चमकी. So नहीं, वो अभी मुझे दिखा रहे थे ना, हाँ वो दिखाओ. So you see this is what they were making, this sort of things for themselves.
When you first got there.
When we got there. So, but the credit lies, the vision of a person who dreamt that this could be used and converted and perfected further without changing the basic stick, which the ethnic thing which we can,
Yes.
we have to preserve.
Yes.
अब वो जो निकाला था हमने, and you asked a favorite of mine.
Yes.
So there it is. It is a carpet. It's like a carpet, isn't it? It's totally handmade, and when you see them make it, there is no drawing, and they're just doing it from memory. It's all in the brain, and that's our problem too, because it is transferred genetically from the mother to, and ये और एक बैग देना. So we have now, this is a totally urbanized, very popular product. This is something which is totally traditional and ethnic, and I really love that, and I'm fascinating.
Who made it? Do you remember the name of the lady?
Well, there are not one. not one. But this is, you see, it's a fascinating fineness of the product, and when you think and when you see that how they make it, and they make it totally from the memory and the symmetry which comes across.
So which village has this come from, this piece?
There is this, ये लाशारी से आया है. There is a village which is known as Lashari, and from there which have our 2 or 3 very good workers. But there are about, I think, 6 villages who participate, who we have tried to distribute,
Right.
so that there is no overlapping. And this is a urban input, because we take also the urban people who are workers, hand workers, who also contribute, who also get some money from
And this is a different village who produced this?
This is a different village. Yeah. Now a word about the effect.
Yes, the problems that you face.
Problems I have enumerated
Yes.
some,
Yes.
but what has fascinated me during these 25, 26 years to watch the women. People talk a lot. It's fashionable to talk about women empowerment. It's a inward.
It is.
But one has witnessed this, and people talk about in 5-star hotels about the rural women or ye wo flana. But I have observed this. These women who when I went, I saw them, and now I see them. If you want to see women empowerment, that was the process which I observed. They were the lowest caliber in the status in the village. First the husband, then the male son, then the animal, and then the wife.
Right.
This is the now what is the difference which has come about? The difference which has come about that she has become a wage earner.
Yes.
She has become and they have a agricultural economy. Each one owns a very small piece of land. So from there, and we are subject to various price fluctuations in the market and floods and weather conditions. If there is heavy rain, then the crop goes. So the result is that the crop goes, and their problem is financial. There is no income.
Yes.
So, but their crop never goes, and they are earning, and they become
The breadwinner.
breadwinner of the family. And there, you see them now changing in status. They are in decision making. They clothe their children well. They feed them well. And I had virtual complaints from the husband that what have you done to us? I said, what have I done to you? You know, now he said that now I have to go and ask my wife for a pocket money for a tea and my cigarettes. So it's a tremendous satisfaction.
Wow.
to see these women. The Chief Minister of Sindh, I will not name him, there was a strike in Karachi, total strike, and he said to one of his friends that I should not be seen as if nothing is happening and everything is paralyzed. I should be seen somewhere meeting people and addressing. So this friend of his is a landlord in the Mirpur Sakhro area where we were. He's a very nice man. He's helped us a lot. So he said that why don't you come to my area and I'll get a gathering and you can speak. So he gathered people, and this chief minister landed on a helipad in Mirpur Sakhro, and he went and addressed. Then he said, I will like to go and meet some villages around. And the landlord didn't know except Falah villages. So he took him to one of our villages. And there, as he went there, the delegation from the village which came out was led by a woman. And first he was shocked. And he said, she said, "Aap aaye, baithe, chai piye." And he was a bit dazed. He sat there, and he said, "What can I do for you?" And you have, I understand there is an electricity problem, there is a water problem, so I can help you if you. And the woman stopped. He said, Chief Minister साहब, आप मेहरबानी करके ये ना कहें, क्योंकि आप हमें भी शर्मिंदा करेंगे और खुद भी शर्मिंदा होंगे, क्योंकि आप ये प्रॉमिस करेंगे, आप ये कर तो सकते नहीं. And he was totally taken aback, and he said, कहाँ से तुम लोग को पैसा मिलता है, ये मिलता है. So took the registers And she said, we earned so much per month, each of us, and so on. She said, I don't believe it. She took the register and he looked at it and he said, who are these people? I've never heard of them, and so on. I said, well, this is the name, and so on. So he came back and he rang me up. He said, I went there and I heard, and they said that you are doing this and your organization is doing it. I said, we are not doing much. He said, no. I went there and I was shocked. I thought I was not in Sindh, my own province. These villages, these women were not Sindhi women. I have never come across such Sindhi women. I said, well, you can do that. You are in a bigger position to do that in no time. So why don't you do? He said, you come and see me and we will talk about this, and I want to. I said, I will come anytime, but I have my feeling that whether you are moved at this time emotionally,
Yes.
but you have a bureaucratic machinery which perhaps whether you will be able to deliver or not, that's another matter. So I went and saw him.
But he was very impressed.
He was very impressed. So it is this is what one makes happy.
And I just wanted to ask you now, why should people buy from you? People like me who come up from abroad and come and support Al Falah Trust.
We
What's
will
the reason?
like that you buy from us because you love the products. That is our aim.
Yes.
And if whether you know it or whether you don't know it, it will go and it will help towards some poor household, towards education, towards health and so on. That is our problem. It's not your problem. But if you come and you also want to, if you feel satisfied that you buy from a place where not only you are buying a product which you want to buy, but you are also helping a lot of people,
Yes.
deserving people.
And just to finish off now, what gives you the most job satisfaction? I know you've said the empowerment of women in Sindh in the rural areas, but what makes you so happy when you look at Al Falah? What would you like to say to people around the world?
Well, this question I am repeatedly asked over the last 15 to 20 years.
Could you answer this one looking in the camera?
Yeah, I have really no answer. And it is something, because I am very, very busy during the 6 days.
Yes.
And I go on Sunday to the village, and people, my friends and so, they say, okay, you are mad, and you start at 8:30 and you finish at 9 p.m. in the evening on 6 days, and 7 days you go out. And the other thing was this: the conditions in Karachi are not very good at times; they are very bad. And ethnically also there is a contradiction. I don't belong to a Sindhi-speaking family, so there is this divide also. At times it was very, very severe, and the worst of that divide, we used to go and we used to be welcomed with open arms there. So the answer to your question, I said that I don't know, but it is something that if I don't do, I don't feel well now. It's an addiction.